So, is it now time for everyone's hottest new segment?
I believe so. My favourite day of the week.
Yourhammer or
Lorehammer. So for anyone who doesn't know, we every week, Tom and I have prepared 2 stories of Warhammer lore. One is a 100% accurate true Lorehammer. The other is nonsense we made up half an hour ago, Yourhammer.
Yep, and I literally did.
Who should go first? Should I go first, or do you want to go first?
God, I don't know. I think you can go first. Man, you are like smashing this. I find it really hard to come up with things, and I also fall for your tricks.
It's perfect. I love this game.
Yeah, I'm just... Well, no, I do still really enjoy it, but I find it so hard. Also, I've been reading so much fucking Warhammer lore. Like, a ridiculous amount.
You got to get that win.
But it's like the stupid stuff is too stupid.
There's no such thing.
That I just can't even.
You can't match it with an equally stupid one.
I'm just like, if I just make something up, I'm like, there's no way anyone would ever believe this. But then we'll read something, and I'm just like, what? How is this? How is this once canon?
If Ben had told me this one, I would have picked it as made up.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go. Mine are very short, very easy.
Cool.
So one is a horrible story involving Konrad Curze.
Okay. Let's get a picture up for chat. And can you minimize chat so we can't
minimize
cheat?
chat so no one can help us.
Konrad Curze.
Or Curze.
The Night Haunter himself. Evil Primarch Batman. Oh.
Yep.
I'm cursed with the gift of foresight. Tell me about it.
Okay, so one is a story, very short little story about Konrad Curze, and the other is, a crime you don't want to get caught committing in the Imperium.
Ooh, okay. Hit me up with, crime me.
Okay,
What
so...
bizarre crime in 40k?
Okay, it's real short, real simple. Also, can we get wide cam for this?
Why?
Because I'm going to need you to commit this crime.
Oh, okay.
I want you to be in the shoes of the person.
Okay.
So you're going to have to take off your headphones. You have to stand up. And TJ, there, can we get like as wide a cam as possible? So what I'm going to need you can think about it and then you can demonstrate. I need you to do a silly walk.
Okay. I'm going to channel my Monty Python John Cleese impression.
Okay. So... Okay, so, right. If you were to walk like that in the Imperium, I'd be able to execute you. That is...
What?
This is story number 1.
Okay, am I allowed to ask questions?
You can... I'll flesh it out too. You could be executed for having a silly walk.
Amazing. Who defines what is silly? The Inquisition, I guess?
The Inquisition.
Okay. Amazing. I love it.
Okay, that's number 1.
Oh, man. Oh, because I feel like, 80s GW lore writers probably big fans of Monty Python.
So
that could be obscure rogue trader lore. Oh,
I have been reading a lot of Rogue Trader stuff.
Like trader mutants. Like every time I think of old rogue trader lore, I think
These guys.
it was, that's what you've just described could easily be a little line written by the guy who drew this.
Yeah, yeah. So then the other bit of lore we've got going on. God, I do love these guys. They're so good. This guy's face. This dude, he's just got no body.
I know.
I love them all. These illustrations are fantastic.
When are you going to do your Chaos Warband that's just everyone in the Chaos Cult group is one of these guys?
Oh, I'd love to. I'd really, really love to. So the other one is Konrad Curze. He has his evil Fortress of Solitude.
Okay. Sure.
And his evil fortress of solitude is made out of people who have been entombed alive in cement.
Okay.
He passes through his inner chambers, which are made up of people who are kept on life support, and their faces make the floor.
Ooh.
And he goes through into his special torture skinning room. Mm-hmm. And in there, where he stores his weapon, his implements, there are human racks for his stuff, where he stores his knives in their tool orifices.
Ooh. Are they corpses?
No, they're living people who every time you pull them out, they scream.
Oh my god.
And those tool orifices, pretty sure it's the butt. So you're kept alive in Konrad Curze's room, and he stores...
just shoves his like flensing blades up your ass.
in your butt.
Whew.
And every time he wants to flens someone, pulls it out your butt.
Ouch.
So those are the two things.
They're both ridiculous. I don't entirely believe either of them.
Okay, well, that's good. That's as good as I believe both of them. Yeah. I will take it.
They both sound the worst. Okay, so... okay, so the execute someone for doing a silly walk.
Mm-hmm. Specifically silly.
Because it is specifically silly walks, it makes me think, if it's true, it must be a Monty Python reference from the 80s. Whereas the Konrad Curze thing, like, I know he's all about fear. Like, he wants like peace and no crime through fear. And if he's horrible enough to people, they will just fucking stay in line and stop getting out of their place. And so the threat of, do you want to be butt knife holster boy?
Literally,
or are you going to do
your butt?
And then what? He's walking over people's faces as he like.
I don't quite know how that works, but they're kept on life support. Their faces are in the ground, and he walks over them. Apparently, they're screaming nonstop.
Wow. Maybe there's like glass over them or something like that. Because he doesn't want to hear that all the time, does he?
No, I think that literally is the thing.
Oh, wow. He just stomps on their faces while they scream in their pain engines.
They scream around, but we're mainly focusing on...
The knife in the butt.
That bit I don't care about.
Does he have a different person for each tool? Like, he's obviously got, like, flensing knife, butt holster, and then he's got, like meat hook man, where he keeps all his meat hooks in.
I feel like if you've got like a knife rack, there's just generic wooden knife rack. You want to have like 5 knives in there, because otherwise you don't have to walk across the room.
Right.
So there's Ben with my meat hooks in his ass, and over here, Simon, he's got my corkscrews. I've got to pull that out of his ass. Right. I don't want to have to go to all these different asses.
Yeah.
But then again, I guess.
But man only has one ass.
You want to upset as many people as possible.
That's true.
So.
Oh man. Maybe they've got them like in the rib cage would make a good knife rack.
So maybe I extrapolated because it says they have like a tool orifice.
Yeah. Well, maybe there's a guy hanging there with like knives sticking out of each rack. But then if you want like the big long knife sharpener, then you're like, okay, lift them up. Whoop.
Yeah.
Maybe it's one of those.
Yeah, I feel like if you could just store them in the ribs, that makes more sense. But I prefer to think of it that they are in the butt. I think it's vague enough that
maybe one in the front.
Oh,
sounding.
Yes, I just like. I know that you like to bring up sounding.
I don't like to bring it up. You taught me that.
Ever since
I learnt it watching you, Tom.
Ever since you learnt about it, you like to bring up sounding every week. There's a little reference. But yes, maybe that is a thing.
Oh, grim. Okay. I honestly can't guess. They both sound like they could either be true or wrong. But they're both the worst. I don't know much about Konrad Curze. I've never read a Night Lord specific Horus Heresy book. But from what I know about him, he's all about like, you made me do this to you. Just fucking do what you're told, or I don't want to rip your skin off. He's like a conflicted man.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe he eventually when he turned to Chaos, he started enjoying it. But I feel like that's kind of over the top for him.
Really?
Even though he does flay the skin and wear the trophies to spook people. I don't think he really likes it, and I think that's probably too much. But that means the fucking stupid walk thing is true, which... like, who the fuck knows? But I'm going to guess stupid walks is true purely because I don't think Konrad Curze is that sadistic.
Okay. You sticking?
I'm sticking. What does chat think?
What is chat saying? People agree with Ben. People say Ben is wrong. Agree with Ben.
Oh my God, chat is split. They do not know. 50-50.
Okay, so you are correct.
Yay!
You fucking nailed it again every week. So the Konrad Curze stuff, yeah, there is no butthole knife holsters.
Boo! I kind of wanted that one to be true.
But apparently the face floor thing is true.
Oh, really?
So I had seen that, and I was like,
just ramp it up a bit more.
well, if he's going to have people, and apparently there's a scene in the book where he's like sat reading or something, and then there's like this floor with like thousands of people, and they're all just screaming, and he's just sat there like listening to them.
Do you enjoy my chorus?
Yeah, something like that. So
oh man,
the silly walks. God, I was worried because you were getting really close. So this took a little bit of extrapolation.
Did I almost Google it by mistake?
Almost a little bit of extrapolation to come to this point that you can be executed. But if you were, what do they do to mutants?
Purge them.
Yeah, you purge a mutant.
You got to purge a mutant.
And so I was going through the old Rogue Trader mutation table.
Okay.
And the way you made a Rogue Trader mutant was you take a human, then you roll D3 times on the mutation table.
Okay.
So you could, in theory, roll once.
Yes.
And on the mutation table was silly walk, no in-game effect. So you are just a human with a silly walk.
So that's your mutation. So now you're a mutant.
You are a mutant with a silly walk.
Big ears. You just get murdered, just get purged for having big ears.
Big ears. Okay, it might not even have been this one. It might have been the White Dwarf published one.
Oh my God.
Actually, no, is this the White Dwarf published one? The White Dwarf published one where they had 1,000 entries.
Oh, well, yeah, look, this only goes from up to like 480. Horrible stench. Tom, I think I'm a mutant. Don't tell anyone.
So,
hideous appearance. Oh my God, I'm a triple mutant.
So, yeah, there was a degree of...
Can I combine it? Can I roll silly walk with disturbing grace?
Ooh, it's silly, but it's graceful. Yeah, but that's disturbing. That isn't just silly. Someone has to look at you and be like, that's a silly walk. You're a fucking mutant. And then blast you. You get blasted. So that was the true one. Took a little bit of reaching.
Yeah, a little bit of a reach, but I'll allow it. Because that's a mutant. That's a roll on the mutation table.
Technically, you are a mutant, even if you just have the one mutation. And that one mutation can have no actual effect. Because there was other things like a silly voice was another one. Just if you've got a silly voice. I like that.
Oh my God.
We're not getting like the second half of this. We're only getting the first.
No, where's the first half?
Let me see if I can find.
Oh yeah, this is it.
Here we go. A silly walk.
Boom.
Boom.
Oh God, I thought that said stronk for a minute.
Stronk. Silly voice, silly walk.
Skullface. Wow. There's a fine line between silly walk and skullface.
Yeah, when you roll on the mutation, when you come out of the muty pits. Skullface, very cool. Silly walk. Long nose.
Uncanny resemblance. What does that mean? Just look like someone else?
I guess just look like another person.
Mannequin. What does that mean? I have so many questions, Tom.
There was a lot of good stuff on here, but you have you successfully done it.
Hooray! Ooh, invent your own.
Invent your own. Love that. Oh my god. Oh, I should have abused that.
Oh, it could have been literally anything.
I could have said literally anything, and it would have been true.
Yeah, because just make it up. Now you're a mutant. Get purged.
Yes. Oh my god.
There's a loophole right there.
Oh my god. That's such a good loophole. I could have just been like, there is a guy. If you were called Ben Edgar in 40k, you'd be executed. And you'd be like, what?
What?
And be like, well, so my mutation is called Ben Edgar.
I don't think I would have allowed that one.
Yeah, that is
Oh, no.
real stretch.
Moronic.
Moronic. Oh no. Just tall.
Oh, bam. We're all mutants then.
Tall. Okay, bam. Uncontrollable flatulence. There's so much good stuff in here. The old mutation tables.
They're amazing.
Pointed head. That's good. Okay, so.
Okay.
Right, we need to get rid of.
Okay, minimize chat. So I've got two. I've got a story about Space Wolf character Lucius. No, not Lucius. Lucas, the Trickster.
Fell blade. Oh.
So let me show you the terrible model he has. We've got this guy.
Oh God.
He's a weird sculpt, isn't it? We've got a story about him.
Those proportions are really fucking weird.
I know, right? Like, I mean, I guess power fists are big, but like, it just looks weird in this picture.
It's
and his face is a bit weird.
Stubby, and he looks kind of thick.
And his legs are bigger than his chest or something.
And God, the Space Marine with a goatee, like the little it's like a slightly bigger soul patch.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got a story about him, or the Mask of Slaanesh.
Oh no.
Which is this beautiful
I don't know
lady.
about either of these people.
Which one do you want first?
Give me the Mask of Slaanesh. Why not?
Okay. So the Mask of Slaanesh used to be the handmaiden of Slaanesh, him herself. Mm-hmm. And whenever Slaanesh felt sad, the mask would come out and dance. And do a wonderful dance, and Slaanesh would be like, yay! Happy again. Until one day, Khorne came along, and Khorne and Slaanesh had a big fight in the warp.
Oh, no.
Slaanesh lost and came back very grumpy.
Uh-oh.
The mask came out and did a lovely little dance for him, her.
Oh.
And Slaanesh was not in the mood and felt like the whole dance was a horrible, like, sarcastic piss take.
Oh, shit.
And got very cross and cursed the mask to dance forever.
Okay.
And banished them from the warp, from Slaanesh's realm.
Right.
So the mask was cursed to forever dance the mortal realm until it had regained Slaanesh's favor and could be welcomed back into the realm. So the mask has had many, many adventures, forever trying to win back Slaanesh's favor and end its curse.
So I thought this was like just two different masks. Mm-hmm. But is it like a baton? Like a...
Well, it's a twirly baton, but also like a drama mask.
Because,
Because while eternally dancing, it expresses itself through like musical theatre.
Of course.
And that's how it like... but it's so good at dancing and performing that it can like enthrall and entrance all who gaze upon it. Ooh. So one of the times it tried to regain Slaanesh's favor was it found a plan to like infiltrate a craft world.
Okay.
By joining a troupe of Harlequins. Because Harlequins are Eldar space elves who dance and perform the oral history of the Eldar.
Right.
And they go from craft world to craft world. And every time they turn up, everyone's like, yay, the Harlequins are here. Okay. Party time. So Slaanesh, the mask, infiltrated a group and did a beguiling dance and became like leader of the troupe and was hoping to then go through the webway onto a craft world, and they'd let the mask in because they think it was part of the Harlequin troupe.
Okay.
But as it was doing this, it was working. It was like beguiling the troupe and like getting them to do whatever it wanted. Then a solitaire turned up. And a solitaire is like a special kind of Harlequin who lives on their own. and
okay, hence solitaire. Because you just play that.
And turns up randomly and performs the part of Slaanesh in the story of the Eldar's fall.
Right.
He's the only strong-willed and incorruptible soul strong enough to even pretend to be Slaanesh.
Okay,
no other Eldar would dare attempt it.
Right.
And so being so strong of will, the solitaire was not so easily beguiled and thought, something's not right here.
That one with the big fucking demon.
That fucking monster mash.
That disgusting monster that clearly isn't an elf.
Yeah. And so to rumble its plans and to show the rest of the troop that it wasn't truly the god of dance or whatever it had told them it was.
Yeah.
Challenged it to a dance-off.
Oh my god.
And so the solitaire of the mask danced off, had a dancing competition for 6 days and 6 nights until at the crescendo of the greatest dance, the mask misstepped one move over the many, many, many days. And at that moment it tripped and misperformed the step. The spell was broken, and the troop of Harlequins realized that, you're not the god of the dance after all, you're a horrible monster. And the spell was broken, and it ran away crying and did not earn back the favor of Slaanesh and continues to dance to this day.
Okay. I hate it. But then again, there's a lot of it's a lot of elf shit that I don't like a lot of aspects, and I'm not really a particularly super dancey person.
Yeah. So I'll tell you the story of the mask and the little backstory about how the mask was cursed and banished out. That's definitely true.
Okay.
My story bit of it, that may or may not be true,
right,
is that to win back Slaanesh's favor, it infiltrated the group.
The stuff with the
but then lost a 6-day, 6-night dance off.
Okay. I really like the detail of 6 days. That's nice.
Because 6 is the magic number of Slaanesh.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was meaning. So that's a nice little touch. Okay, well, I hate it. Bring on
story number 2.
The Space Wolves one.
Okay, Lucas the Trickster.
Better involve him fucking a dog.
Ooh, nearly. So, Lucas the Trickster is, he's a Space Wolf. He's a veteran Space Wolf, but he's still the lowest rank because he's a dick. And he just plays tricks on everyone all the time and will never get promoted because he's not serious enough.
Okay.
He, one time he did a trick on a Wolf Lord that annoyed the Wolf Lord so much that he sent him on a solo suicide mission to die. Because it's I fucking hate you, you're going on the suicide mission.
Okay.
But he was so good that he survived and came back.
Of course.
One of his other pranks includes locking I think an inquisitorial admin guy turned up to collect the annual gene tithe, and he annoyed Lucas the Trickster, so he locked him in a Grox breeding pen at the height of mating season by accident.
Okay.
But the worst trick he ever performed on his own people.
Okay, have we had like some truth, or is this
That's
all
all
bullshit?
truth.
Okay, right.
That's all true lore.
Okay, because I was like, there's no way he lets a fucking Inquisitor get fucked by a Grox. Like that does that. I don't believe that at all.
Shit, well, I should have made that my story.
Yeah.
Because that bit's definitely true. I was just giving you a bit of background about the kind of thing Lucas the Trickster does.
Okay, how did the... It's another story for another time. Continue.
So, the worst thing he ever did to his own Space Wolf brothers was that his Wolf Lord was about to, his commanding officer was trying to join the Death Watch, the elite team of Space Marines who fight for the Ordo Xenos Inquisition. They're seconded there for a few years and then they come back to their chapter. So the Death Watch are made up of every members of every chapter.
Yeah.
And they go back, and it's a high honor to and then when you're there, you learn about all these new ways of fighting Xenos, and you come back and you share that technology and tactics and stuff. But this guy was very arrogant and had pissed off Lucas. So to get him back, he when he was going for his whatever they call it, the audition, the trials of the Death Watch to see if you're you're badass enough, because they only let the best people in. the guy was having like a big party beforehand, like Space Wolves do, and they drink their Mjord ale and they revel like Vikings.
Yeah.
And so he spiked the drink with like basically like a space laxative, like super toxic, but it had to be like mega space laxative because Space Marines very, they can drink whatever. And so when he went for his like big audition, he like shit his power armor, and it like put him off enough that he like fucked up the audition and had to come back and like not get the promotion.
Right. Okay. So the problem here is there's one story about elves and dancing that I just couldn't give a shit about. There's one that has
another pooping
like
pants
a
story.
Space Marine having poopy pants, and that's really funny. And so,
I mean, the actual story is like he poisoned him so much so that like they never at any point said he shit his pants.
Don't change it.
But that's definitely what happened.
No, I'm just not even going to overthink. I believe poopy pants, or I want poopy pants more. That's fun. If you had poopy pants and then like the guy getting fucked by a grok, I would have been like, nope, that's not true. Apparently that is true. Poopy pants, love it. Dancing elves, hate it. I don't know. I'm worried that like I kind of always like. I always overthink things too much, and I should just go in on the one that I like the most, because I don't know. I don't even know who this guy is. I hadn't even seen this model before. The mask, the first part, I was like, oh shit, I do vaguely remember them like dancing, like doing like the eternal dance stuff. That kind of rings a bell. But then the fucking bit after, and I only really knew their Warhammer fantasy lore. And so fucking that stuff. I don't really know about Harlequins very much.
They both dance.
They dance. I know they like dancing. So I'm going to say that's Yourhammer, purely based on I like poopy pants story more. And
That's the one you want to be true.
I think poopy pants is Lorehammer just because it's funnier, and I think that maybe you found a story that could be twisted to have someone shitting themselves, and you put it in, hoping I wouldn't choose it.
Because we've had so many shit their pants stories.
We are always
already.
trying to find stories of people shitting their pants, and so I think that is Lorehammer, and Dancing Elves is Yourhammer.
Okay, should we see what chat says?
Right, what is chat thinking? Oh no, dancing's Lorehammer. Poopy pants is Yourhammer. God.
Oh, you fell for it again.
Just fucking did it.
You're such a sucker for poopy pants.
Yeah. Oh my God.
My plan there was Tom will hate this dancing elf story so much.
Yeah, that was literally it. You read me like a book. Yeah. Oh, every detail of it was just like, I hate it.
When is this story going to
Oh, I hate this. I hate this so much. But poopy pants Space Marines.
Yeah, so I felt like I had to tell you the Grox bit first, or you wouldn't believe the poopy pants.
Oh.
Do you see what I mean? Like, I was like,
Man.
if I just say there's this asshole space wolf who made someone poop his pants, Tom would be like, there's no way there's another pants shitting story in Warhammer.
I just want there to be more. So I'm happy. I'm happy to go down on it.
Oh.
My God.
Oh, man. Lol Pyros says, Tom's playing the game. Ben is playing Tom.
Yeah, holy shit. Like, you are just completely, just taking advantage of me. My God, the fucking elf story. Oh.
I know, right?
Wow.
It's just the worst.